Hello, today I'm going to show you how I do this. I create the setup for the ice cream dip. As always, I like to show all the process, and I'm making a new scene. So it's a proof of the concept, it's work. And I don't simulate everything, every in the end, because it takes some time, and the important is show you how to creating something like that, and you can improve on top of that, okay? So let's start with the modeling. So let's start with the modeling. Let's just check the units. I'm looking 1 unit 1 centimeter, centimeter here to show. I think for the scene you can, my original I use I think 30, 32 for the ice cream cube. So let's start with that. And let's do a quick, because I don't like to do this simulation on just a flat surface. We need some detail because our ice cream you have it. Let's apply some noise. A little bit too much, maybe. Or we can reduce the segments here. Yeah, that's fine. So be the ice cream. Let's open the Sun Explorer, hide the finds. Okay. Let's create the stick. Okay, make something like that. Let's keep that simple. Um, let's do something. Let's just apply edit poly here. Remove this. Let's make just one object. Let's keep this really simple. Okay. Now we can use the same box here to do the container. Let's choose the color. Container needs to be a little bit bigger. Let's see picture. I think that's enough space. We use the shell for the outside, so maybe 45. Yeah. And we can select by the angle. Delete this. By shell outside, maybe 3. Let's straight corners. Okay. A little bit rounded here, but that's okay. Let's increase it here just to have a segment, maybe 2. Let's in the front. Let's raise this here. This need to be a little taller, so we can, let's do this. and set a line here. Where is connect? Sorry. I think that's fine. And for the and then we need the something for the initial fill, so we can use the same cube for the initial fill. Let's change the color. Remove the shell. I can use the this. Let's remove the shell. We can delete this. If you need more height, we can later increase the height of the cube. So let's reduce here. Control click here and collapse. And with the turbo smooth, it will be the same size of the container, so we can even use a push modifier, but just to decrease a little bit. Okay. No, just for the modeling. Let's save, and that's it for the modeling. Now let's do the animation for the screen. So first, I think we need a second and a half to move it down. But first, let's increase the timeline. Maybe is good enough. I'm working in 30 FPS. Let's hide this for now. I think this will be the lowest. I think here can get in here. Okay. This is the noise animation. We don't need that. Delete. So this will be the final position. So let's animate. I think you can start maybe here. Let's see. If that's okay. We can just invert the keys here. But I think it can start in the 64. When we do the simulation, we have some time for the liquid to settle down a little bit. So this will need to be 150. Okay. Here we can bring this a little bit up, and then have some, I don't know, maybe 15 frames to have some movement here. Okay. And then it can stay here for a few frames, maybe shift, no, hold shift and maybe yeah, 50. So have some movement, we stay for a little bit, and then from here we need more 9, so maybe 207. We can copy this here. So let's see if it's working. Okay, think that's fine. Let's just for the beginning we don't need the start slow. Can start with the full speed. In here, I think that's okay, but we can change that later. Let's just see one more time. Oh no. Let's undo that. Undo this. I think it's better that way. Start slow. Because you see this in camera, I forgot that, so it's better start slow and then. So let's save, and that's for the animation part. Okay, so now let's start to setting up the Phoenix. First, let's turn on the initial fill. Turn off this. Okay. Not renderable, splash box. Here, let's create the liquid source. Add our initial fill. Change it here to value brush, 100%. And here, in frame, let's make this in frame 2 will be 0. So let's move that key for frame 1, 0 to 1. So we will emit for 2 frames, 100%, and then we will turn off. Okay, now let's create the liquid, the container for the liquid. I think for my final I use 0.4, but you can even use lower for more detail, but I think this will be enough. You can even increase it for the test, but let's keep. I don't remember if it take too much time, so let's keep this tight. And in this case I will already make all the size I needed, because the adaptive grids don't work with the wet map. So if you have, because we will use the wet map particles, so if the adaptive grid is on and you have don't have liquid particles here but only wet, this will cut the wet particles. So I need it to work in that way. Let's decrease a little bit here. Don't think we need that much. It depends how we will work in here. So we can even bring this up a little bit. Let's save all the space we can. And that's it for here. I know there's only 50 gravity, only we need just 2. We decrease to 0.2 to be slow. Here we need 0.5 and 0.5 here. This will keep the liquid together and make some big droplets. We don't want little droplets everywhere. So this will keep the liquid more together. And turn on the wet, and we need one for the stick. In output you have to choose a place to save your cache. I don't think you need anything here, we will not change anything, so we only need velocity for the motion blur influence, but you'll be slow, so doesn't matter in that case. I can decrease here for maybe 5, more easy to work. And here for the we will change here when you finish the simulation. So that's it for the settings. And now let's save the file. And let's do our first simulation and see what's going on. So I'll come back when this will be finished. So looking in the simulation here, I forgot to turn off something, so I'll stop the simulation. And here in the container, I don't want to create the wet map for the container, so let's turn off this, delete the cache, let's save, and let's start again, so I'll come back later. So I'm already seeing we need more space here or a little less fluid, because you come up. So I can keep this for just for the show the how this work, but let's stop and try to improve this. So let me see here for the animation. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this 4 is more than enough to cover the ice cream. So the liquid the initial flow can maybe start here. I don't know. So let's decrease the size. Let's delete this and change the. Let's put the edible poly here. So let's isolate. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's turn off the push. We can remove this too and remove this. Okay, and move this down maybe here, because when the ice cream come down here, you move the liquid here, so we get a little bit here as well. But we can guarantee. So let's keep it here. Connect to set and turn on the push and turbo move. Let's see now. Yeah, that will be more than enough. And we can even try to increase this. Let's connect here. Okay. Alt X. Let's go to initial fill and change it to not here. Object properties, splash box. Okay. And if you still have problem, you need to make it on the container or initial fill or combination. But even if a little bit of the liquid out, I will keep that just to show the process, and you can refine the size of the objects later. Okay. So let's save and now start again. I'll come back when it will be finished. I finished the simulation, and in this case I think we need more space for the liquid, but it's pretty much the same result I got with my other scene. You can see here, but it's a little extreme because we have too much liquid here. So I think we need to increase the size of the container. But this can be a really nice result as well. So let's change the preview. Let's mesh, turn off the. Let's see again. Yeah, because there's no room for the liquid. It's come back too strong here. It's nice. One thing we need to do is make this liquid here come down. We don't want anything here. But first, let's fix the size of the container again. So come back here, I'll remove the list cache. Okay. Alt X to show again the box. Maybe we can increase it. I think it will work. So let's put 55, 55. Then I'll show again. Let me see. Yeah, there's more room for the liquid. We need to fix the initial fill. So let's see if this will work. 55, 55. Let's see if we have any problem here. I think it's okay. So object properties, splash box again. We can do another thing, but I like the splash, the way it's happened. But one thing you can do is reduce this motion velocity effects. But I will keep one in one. But you can reduce so you'll not be so splash. But I want to keep that for now. Okay. Let's Alt X here again. Okay, so let's save and simulate one more time, and I'll come back. Start. One last thing I forgot is let's just stop here because I need to increase the size of the Phoenix liquid. So 151, 151, okay. Let's save and start again. So it's in the middle of the simulation. Let's see how it's going. Yeah, it's almost. You can keep this, but I will change one more time here. Last time I promise. I'll increase a little bit more the size here, so 60. 60, yeah. And I need to increase the size of the simulator. Increase the size of the initial fill, 60. And here, I think I will decrease the, let me see if I have any problem doing that. And we can make it a little bit more thicker here. Yeah. Let's delete the cache. And I think this will be the last time I will change here. But let's see. Let's save. Delete the cache. Start again one. I hope last time. As you can see, I'm having some strange effect here. I don't know why, but I know a solution for now, because if you see the Phoenix grid, it's almost the size of the container. If I make it larger, you the problem will continue. But if you reduce a little bit, I don't know if it's because it's inside of this mesh or the distance here. I don't know why, but that solves the problem. So let's click the. We can see the problem just from the beginning. I will click the cache. I will start. Let's save the file. We can do something to be a little bit faster. So we can reduce here just for this part of the simulation. Maybe use some space, and then once come here, we can do the Alt key. And the number if I remember is to reach 5, so I can put this 5 frames in front of the 100, so we will expand the grid. Let's save that. Let me just see if let's see if you can already notice the difference here. You can already see the difference. There's not that artifact. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense, but I try to find out. But now I will let the simulate and come back when it's done. Let's see how the simulation is going. It's much better. There's more room for the liquid, so it's not jumping too much. Let's stop. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's fine for this example. If you want a different splash here, you have to change the shape, the velocity, maybe some other things, but that's what I more or less wanted. But I wanted the liquid to all of the liquid particles fall down. So for that, most will, but we need to help here. So for that, let's turn off the grid for now, and let's see. I will do the same thing I do in my original scene. So I create another box. Let's place here, and let's reduce the size a little bit. So I think 26 is okay. Maybe that height. Can reduce. Let's use some noise again. Create some variation in the shape. It's always nice. Turbo smooth. And let's increase a little bit here. I think we need more segments. Let's try 12. Okay, it's too much here. Let's increase the smooth. Let's reduce this D. Just to have a little bit of. That's okay. That's enough. So this will not touch the. And use this for 2 things, for body force and delete. Not available. Okay. Now let's link this to the ice cream. Please link it, but we don't need that noise. That's the noise keys in the way. So we have 100 here, so let's reduce the size to the inside of the inside of here. And okay, a little bit down. Now we will animate this, so when it's here we don't want anything, so as soon as it starts rising about here, we can set a key, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe here can come back to the full size. So let's open this and 100, 100. So soon starts. This will be responsible to delete any particle you remain here, and with the body force with negative values will repel some of the liquid, but if any of these stay here, you'll be deleted. I think you can, let's increase a little bit the height and bring it down a little bit. Okay, now let's play this box. We need two things. We need the body force, and as the simulation is low, we need a lot more strength. So I know for this scene we need this value, and for the distance we want, let me see, let's look at the distance there. I think 3 centimeters will be enough to cover this area here. So let's put here 3. Okay, and let's pick the, okay, and we need particle force, particle tuner, sorry. We need 2, but the first one will be responsible for delete the particles that will remain in the here. So if the distance to this object here is less than, I don't know how much, let me see, 1, I think 1's enough, will be deleted. But that will only start when he starts to grow. So I think we can, let me think. Yeah, we can deactivate it here. So we can disable, and then here auto key we can enable. So we created 2 keyframes. We put this in 108, so it's disabled for the most part. And then as soon as it starts, we can even bring it maybe 10 frames ahead. So as soon as it starts, you already start deleting and clean this part. Okay, let's see again, yeah. And in the same time, the body force will start pushing these particles here, but if he cannot push it, it will be deleted. And to control the body force, we can animate this value, or we can create another one, and the condition, let's put greater than, we can use the channel. If the age is greater than 1, we don't need this frame. It's enabled. Will be affected by this body force, but have to respect the this as well. So okay, we can use that keyframes. Let's bring them back. Okay, so can start at the same time. Let's change the condition again. Include the body force, affected by the body force, age greater than 1. And this one will be, you delete the particles, but only here. Let me just check again. Okay, the body force, it's alright these values, but in the Phoenix, as we using the age, we in the output to turn this on, particle age. Okay, this is important now, otherwise it will not work. And let me see when it starts to. I don't know if you think to, if you need to start all over because of the age channel. I'll try to only start here because here is when these things are start acting. So I'll try. I don't know, but no. Let's delete all of them and save the file. I think it's better. So when I have the results, I'll come back. I'm looking here in the simulation, and I think I make a mistake here. I think it's better if this effect of the body force and this need to start a little bit later. So I'm using the simulation from here, but I think it is better if you started the effect started maybe here, maybe around, let me see, yeah, maybe around here. So let's move this over here, and that as well. Okay, and this we can move, this can start only when is, let's see here, yeah, when it's getting here. So we can move these two keys to here. So I have some time for the liquid to do some movement here. But this can work as well. That's depend what you want, but I want that different. So yeah, I resume from here. Is when this effect is started. So let's save the file and resume the simulation, clicking and restore. And I'll come back later. Now the simulation is over, so let's take a look. Now let's see a couple of things happen here. First one is that it's here. We need to increase a little bit the height of the grid. In that case, you could use the adaptive grid, I guess, because we keep that size and turn this noise smaller. A little bit of the, let's put all in 0, and I take just a little bit just here, and we'll come back just for this part. So, but I will not do that now because don't interfere with our simulation. We just lost a little bit here, there. And same thing here. Let's here. Here we have you have two options. You could use that to increase the size, and some of the liquid you touch the ground. You can put a ground here, a plane or a box, or even close the Z minus, or you could change the animation, make it a little bit slower, so I think the splash will not be so strong. The pushing the liquid here. In my original, that not happen. It's a happy accident. But here in this side is almost, it's better that don't happen. So you can even use that side to render, and you'll not even see that problem. So you have that its options, and that here worked as intended. It's moving the liquid, but as it's rising, it's feel like it's part of the motion, but it's the water forcing pushing the liquid here and deleting everything remain if it remains here. So, and that's why I use a noise in the box, so create this. I think it's help to create that irregularity. We can even make more, so will not be that square, will be different. You can do that, and if you simulate for more frames, eventually all the drops will come down, and we have the same result as my original scene, but I'm not doing that for now. And now we need to make you can even increase the resolution, I think, because it's almost 7 millions. I think you could be, I don't know, 0.3, maybe even less, 0.2, 0.25. I think you could try with 0.3, but I keep that. The result is, it's fine. So now let's do the meshing. So for the meshing, we'll use the texture in the render options. But first, I need to say this is a heavy effect using, here is the wet map. Let's close this, the preview. Let's open only the rendering. Here I think in my scene I use 20, but you could try, you can see what's better for you. Let's turn off for now, and here you change it to texture. So we need to get Phoenix FD particle texture. Let's open the material editor, just a second, with my other monitor. Let's instance to here. Let's keep this on for now. Pick let's pick it's okay here. Let's pick we need to click here. Okay. Now let's get the liquid first. And now let's turn off this so you can see. It takes some time to calculate it. It's almost the same result. Let's see time. So it's a bit slower. Let me see if I turn this on. Reduce this kind of, it's better. I think it's better. Okay. And now we need to combine this with the wet map. So like I said, this is a heavy effect. So I think it's better we turn this on. And here you could, now you can use this late, or you could just click here, composite, keep. Let's duplicate this. And here we put addition, sorry. Click here, and here we pick Let's pick the wet map. Okay, we could try some different settings here, but I think this default for that is fine in that scene. So you have the two particles here, the white and the liquid. Now let's first let's put liquid here. Okay, let's open the here, turn off, turn off. Let's save your scene, and here let's change texture and see what we got. It will take some time to calculate. Okay, that's it. And maybe here we can decrease a little bit to give a little bit more volume. Let's see if it will work. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of the volume back. I'll keep this in 10, and I'll make a preview, but I advise you to make a, if you're happy what we got, you make a sport alembic, it's better. Here I like to keep the same number, the multiplier of the time scale. Sometimes it just gives me some problems, so I like to keep the same number. And I advise you to export Alembic. It's very faster to render and everything, but of course you need first to see if it's fine, it's what you want. So I will make a preview, and I will come back when it's finished. So let's finish the preview. Let's see the result for the beginning. So yeah, it's pretty much what I want to show you today. So I think the mesh it's okay here, but you could use a relax modifier here if you think you need it. I think I use it in my original scene, so that's another option to smooth the. We can increase it here as well. So and another tip I give you, it's when you save the file, change this to liquid, keep liquid here, and then save the file. And when you work, change here again to texture. Or you can, if you're happy with the result, change to texture, export Alembic. It's better for you to work on the rendering. And you have another option. This is the one option. It's on Phoenix, but we could always use the, let's turn off the mesh for the Phoenix. If you have TypeFlow style, you could, not TypeFlow, sorry. You need TypeFlow, but use the Tymesher. Sometimes the mesh it's a nice result, so let's turn off the absolute here. Let's see the resolution here. It's 0.4, so we could try use the same value here in the Tymesher for start. So let's put 0.4, and let's pick the liquid. And let's see, it's now we can put a Gaussian or another filter, not too aggressive. Okay, we could let's put Gaussian again, and we can reduce here, maybe for 35.3. Okay, I think it's a nice result. You can turn this on, you can mess here. Let me see 1.5 here. What you do? Okay, it's bigger now. Maybe you want something like that. Again, you can use a tile relax here to help with the mesh. I'll keep that in just. Let's keep that. It's different. And now let's add the wet map. So you will see the two mesh combined, and it's a nice result. And it's lighter, it's faster to compute and even export the lamp will be lighter. So you have that option as well. Okay. The mesh sometimes have some, but in the when you render, pretty much of this you will not see, and you can use a. Let's put a I relax. Let's try 5. To zero hype a little bit. That depends. If you render like this, you'll be okay, and you have a different mesh, a more rounded mesh, but and it's lighter to work. So you have that option as well. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you. I hope you're happy.